Well, hey there, this is Jerry. I'm starting another episode of What's Broke Today. And today, if you've seen the video on straightening the plow, after I told him what I got done, he wanted to reinforce it. So, I have a hardened piece of steel that is the steel place where we get stuff. They actually make snowplow edges with this. So this is 3/8 by 2, and it's gonna end up on the bottom edge of the plow, like kind of like so. Then I'm gonna let it hang down about 1/4 of an inch below the old edge, and then actually just weld it on, and then, against my better judgment, because he ran into stuff and buckled it under, we're going to add steel and triangulate on the back side to make that a little stiffer. So I'm going to start out with, got to clean paint off. See how well a flap wheel worked on this, because I don't know if this is regular paint or whether it's powder coat, but I think it may be powder coat, which is harder to get off. And no, it is not hard to get off. So basically that's all I'm going to do is I'm going to come here on the front of that, and then I'll do a little bit on that edge where that overhangs. I'm going to weld it across the top. Now I'm also going to do some welding the bottom edge so it's more secure. And then and get this all the way across. And that just got to be regular paint because it comes off super easy. So, and that's what we're going to do on the plow. And then on my cutting edge, where I'm going to weld across here, because this has been heat treated, the edge of it just, I don't know, the residual from it being heat treated. I mean, I can weld through that, but it's easier if I just clean it off. So I'll fire up my blade joint again. And I'm not going to get every bit of it off, but I'll get the majority of it off, and then I'll hit some of it with the flap wheel. And that'll just, that clean steel will just make it easier to weld. Alright, well, I got my hardened steel, some of the slag cleaned off paint, got it roughly up there in place. I see there's a few spots where I should have went a little higher cleaning paint. And what I've done is come in 5 inches from each end. That's going to be a solid bead. Then I'd skip 3 inches, weld an inch, skip 3, weld an inch. Now I'm going to do that all the way across, or 84 inches wide. And of course I have to take the plow off the truck, tip it up so I can do the back side here, because that's going to be a pain in the butt doing that upside down. But yeah, I'm all ready to go. Let's do some welding. Okay, needed a little more light. Because I get to breathing, I was fogging up the inside of my mask. I'll turn the heat up on the welder a little too. But that's the gist. I'm just going to work my way across and weld all those up, and then I'll come back a little later and show you how we did. Alright, well my light's dead, but yeah, when I first started out over here, didn't have my glasses on, I was too far away. So I got 1, 2, 3 welds that are really shitty looking. But then as we come across and get by over here, I was getting good penetration, and then as I went across the other way, I think not perfect. I got a little too far away right there, and a little porous because, you know, the little bit of air moving disturbs the shielding gas from my argon CO2 mix. But I think I'm gonna try and take out all, there's what, 4, 10, 14 bolts. I think it'd be easier maybe to pull out 14 bolts than it will be to try and flip this blade upside down and weld on the back side of that. So I'm going to get my ratchet and socket, and we're going to see how hard those bolts are to come out. Okay, so I got the cutting edge off and it come off super easy. So now I'm just gonna basically do the same thing across. I'm gonna basically do the same thing across the bottom that I did on the top. Now I'm gonna take my C-clamp and move it down and try and squeeze that as tight together as I can. And see, getting up here a little higher, you got just a little bit of air moving, so that's kind of disrupting the gas a little bit. But I think I'm gonna get my marker and I'm gonna do and go ahead and mark this off like I did on the other side. Even though probably on that black, I probably ought to use a paint pen instead of a black Sharpie. I won't have no trouble seeing this. I got the red paint pen. We come here 5, skip 3 to 8 and 9, 12, 13, 16. Alright. We get our C-clamp and I'm going to move it down here a little bit. Clamp. And we'll get back to welding. Another thing, I can see where this was hitting the bottom edge of the blade. So I'm going to go in here and weld this gap up. Same way over here. Yeah, I can see this gap here is a lot closer than that one, so I got to fill in quite a bit here. Alright, clean a bunch of that paint off so that, because paint, rust, slag, you know, it all any of that affects how well our welding goes. Feels nice to be getting close to the end of this part. As you can see, I mean, when, you know, because this is straight, how much he's wore off that cutting bar, because we got 3/4 of an inch here, or well, maybe 7/8, and I got like 3/8 or a little less over here. Alright, I don't have perfect welds all the way down through there, but in the overall, I mean, I got good penetration, because a lot of times, so you can see here where the blue is, tells you got things good and hot, and hard to see, but a lot of that edge of that steel that I welded on, you know, it's been warm because the color's changed. Okay, well, I come back from taking my break. That I got the cutting edge all bolted back on and going good. But then he was wanting me to brace this. He brought me steel to go from here down to here. You know, and it sounds like a good idea until I got to thinking with the tipping of the plow, that ain't gonna work. Because if I weld a piece in there, basically I eliminate the tipping function. So yeah, for now we're just gonna scrap that idea and just kind of put things on hold till I get the new spring that go and eye hook for the other side. Get that on, get it adjusted properly, and then I guess we'll keep our fingers crossed so he don't run into something and bend this again. Well, so that'll wrap up another episode of What's Broke today. That we got done to the snowplow, everything that we needed to get done, and you know, other than putting that spring on, which I don't figure you need to watch me put a spring and an eye hook on, that I'm gonna take the plow and find a place and unhook it from the truck and let it set till that spring comes in and he can come pick it up. That I just appreciate you watching my videos. That I always like that thumbs up for a like, and you know, I got quite a few subscribers, but I can handle a whole bunch more. That the goal is to get up to 500 people subscribing, and I'm not quite halfway there, but we're adding a few here and there. That I appreciate you watching. Just stay tuned, because they'll tell them what else you're going to see on What's Broke today. Thank you.